Hey there everybody, Jared, also known as Jar Education here. So I'm going to be doing a spoiler review of the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I made a non-spoiler review on my channel, so if you haven't seen the Dawn of the Planet of the Apes yet, I recommend you clicking away, because, I'm going to be talking about some of the stuff that happens, and you probably don't want to know what happens, because you might want to be surprised. So click the back arrow, or whatever. I warned ya. Alright. So basically, you know the premise of the Planet of the Apes. If you've already seen this, you know basically what's happened. So a lot of the things that I really liked about this film is Koba. Koba really surprised me in this film. Not that I really liked him, but just the things he did and what surprised me. Like when Ash was like, Caesar wouldn't want this, Caesar wouldn't like this, and then he grabs Ash and he takes him up the stairs and then he just throws him off the balcony. That really surprised me. And I like surprises. Surprises are they're very warm. And then when Koba shot Caesar and made it look like the humans shot Caesar, and so it reminded me of in Breaking Bad when Walt poisoned Brock to make it look like Gus poisoned Brock, and then him and Jesse teamed up to kill Gus when really Walt poisoned Brock. Yeah, it just reminded me a lot of that because, I don't know, it's basically one and the same. Yes, but Koba hates the humans, really hates them. Caesar saw the both good and bad side of humans, but Koba only saw the bad. So he thinks that all humans are alike and all humans are gonna just take out the apes. And some do want to take out the apes and some don't. And Caesar's like, let's give him a chance. Let's give him peace. But Koba's very against that. So, there's a lot of tension between those two. And he's like, you love the humans more than you love apes. And, so he basically just is trying to, he hates humans because you get all these scars, and then when he's like, let the humans do their human work, he's like, human work, and he's pointing all his scars and saying that's what the humans have done to me. So, it's just very, it's very interesting about what Koba's opinion on humans are. And then, you also got, that one version of, he's basically the human version of Koba. I don't remember his name, but he's the dude that Koba kills in the car. But, he's, they said, put your guns away. And then, they found the gun, and then he was like, I'm gonna kill you. And, no one liked him. I didn't like him. In fact, I thought he was the second most satisfying death. First was Koba's. His death was very satisfying. I'm like, good riddance. Not that any death is satisfying, but still, out of all the deaths, I was like, okay, thank you, Koba. But then again, Koba's kind of mean too, so. I liked, the part I love the most in this movie is the end fight between Caesar and Koba. They're just, and then they're just battling it out on the tower, to see who was going to be the leader, who was going to be the boss. And, at the end, when, Koba's hanging off the ledge, and then Caesar grabs him, and he's like, ape, no, kill ape. And then he looks at him, and he's like, you are no ape. And then he just throws him off. That was just the most epic part of the entire movie. I always remember that part, because it's my favorite. So, and then there was a lot of good emotional scenes in this. You got a lot of father-son bonds. Caesar bonds with his son. What's his name bonds with the human guy. Forgot his name. He bonds with his son, and then also Gary Oldman, his character, although his family died, still that one scene when the power comes on, and then it gives power to his iPad, and he's looking at all the pictures, and he sees all these family pictures. And, you just feel a lot of emotional bonds. And then also, the scene where Caesar has those guys take him back to James Franco's house, Will's house, and, he's looking at the film of, Caesar when he was a child and learning sign language, and he's like, home, and he's teaching him, what home is, and then he's like, who was that? And he's like, a good man, like you. And so you can tell that Caesar was bonding with him, and Caesar bonds with a lot of people, but he trusts a lot of people, but he trusts people too much, as you can see with Koba. So it was a very interesting film. The apes have rise to human intelligence. I mean, they can't speak like humans yet, but still, they have rise to human intelligence. So it's interesting to see what the next film's gonna be, and I want to see if more apes can talk like humans, and if, just how far they're coming. I think it's going to be called, like, the Battle of the Planet of the Apes, or the War of the Planet of the Apes. That's what I think, but this was probably the best Planet of the Apes film I've seen. I've seen a lot of Planet of the Apes films, but, it was a very good film, and if you like the Planet of the Apes, you'll probably like this. If you like action movies and very, war and apocalyptic movies, you will definitely like this movie, even if you're not a fan of the Planet of the Apes. And if you like to see monkeys ride horses, this was a good one too. So this is a great movie, and I'm sure if you've seen it, you will probably agree with me. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys next time.